welcome back to another episode of the Krayonn Rocket Podcast. So, we're going to start off the podcast with some positivity. We know some of the schools are kind of getting back into the flow of things. They're kind of getting back open. Kids are starting to go back to school, so we know that's an important time, right? We know it's an important thing. So, came across this video. It's pretty fun. I'm pretty sure if I was a student, if this came out when I was in school, I would probably just kind of think it's a little corny. But what? I love the effort that they put into it. Definitely something that's just like, oh, okay, cool. They really put some heart and soul into this one. So we definitely got to watch this one.
Well, some APS teachers are very excited to be welcoming back students on Monday, and they aren't afraid to show it.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
Teachers at Lew Wallace Elementary put together this video saying they cannot wait to see their students again. Some are doing cartwheels, some dancing through the gates, classrooms on the fields.
We want the kids to know we've got to let love show. There's a new me coming back, and I just had to live, and I want to give. I'm completely positive. I think this time around I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
Teachers at Lew Wallace Elementary put together this video saying they cannot wait to
You see the teacher over here, right here, doing a cartwheel.
Wallace Elementary put together this video saying they cannot wait to see their students again. Some are doing cartwheels, some dancing through the gates, classrooms on the fields.
We want the kids to know we've got to let love show. There's a new me coming back, and I just had to live, and I want to give. I'm completely positive. I think this time around we are gonna do it like you never knew it. Oh, we'll make it through.
For most APS students, this is the first time they will set foot back in their school for more than a year. Now, APS says about 50 to 60% of students have opted to return to in-person learning, and we are told elementary students are seeing the highest rate of return.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Elementary school, yeah, definitely top of who is definitely gonna go back, because they kids, they need the interaction, so of course that's gonna be the number ones that are gonna be going back. But you know what, like I said, I applaud them for putting together a cool little video and just kind of showing how excited they are to come back. Was it corny? Yeah, of course it was, but you know what, it was fun. Maybe it's kind of to all kids, but elementary school kids will definitely, I think, enjoy that a little bit more than anything. And you know what? It was cool. The effort in it was just like, okay, you could respect what they were doing. They really put in the effort. They had fun with it. So that's the big part of it, is that they actually had fun doing that. So, that's cool. So this next story is sisters donating stimulus checks to help New Mexico families in need. Question. Do you have enough of a giving heart that you would donate your stimulus checks to go and help somebody in need? That's the kicker right there. Would you actually be someone that would do that? So I applaud them. You know what? That's awesome.
Sisters are taking their good fortune and using it to help those in need. News 13's Jamie Seymour has that story.
Kate and Stephanie Dawson say they're fortunate to have steady jobs and solid pay. So with the federal stimulus checks and company bonuses they received in the past year, they figured others need that help more.
And some of the stories really stuck with me of what people were doing. They were trying to make their money. They were trying to work, but they were still struggling to make ends meet. And Storehouse was able to supplement some of that stuff.
Combined, the sisters donated hundreds of dollars to the New Mexico nonprofit, The Storehouse, that feeds thousands of local families. They hope others who are doing well financially will be inspired to also donate and give what they can to those who are struggling.
We do hope that, people are giving back to their community and wanting to support the Storehouse New Mexico. They're a great organization, and like Steph said, it's not, it's people who are working, and they feed over, I think, 40 to 50,000 people.
Kate, who now lives in Dallas, also donated part of her stimulus to the North Texas Food Bank. But both sisters say it was a no-brainer to give what they can. According to the Storehouse, New Mexico is ranked #1 in childhood hunger in the U.S., impacting 1 out of every 3 kids here in the state. Every year, the Storehouse provides more than 1.6 million meals to New Mexico families. So Kate and Stephanie hope others will follow suit with donations. Back to you.
Okay.
You know what? That's the thing. You don't need to donate like your full stimulus to something like that, right? It's even the little bit, like, hundreds of dollars, boom, donate it to other people that are in need, to this organization that's helping other people. I've been there like a couple times before, like years ago, and definitely helped me out when I was financially not able to really get like food or anything like that. So it's a big organization, like they said, 1 point some million meals, right? 50,000 families, all these different, statistics and everything. And it just took 2 sisters to go and be like, you know what, let's just donate our stimulus to that. Let's donate our stimulus to a good cause, to the community. Let's help the people around us, right? And let's just hope that kind of motivates and kind of inspires some other people within the community to pour back into the community, right? So that's the thing. See, little stories like that, when I see people kind of giving back to the community and stuff, it inspires me. It definitely makes me feel like, okay, you know what, I could definitely do more, right? And then it restores my hope within society. Just like, okay, no, well, we still got some good people out there, right? We still got some good people pouring into the community, doing these great, things, and just, really just making an impact, really just putting their heart and their soul out there, wearing their heart on their sleeve, right? Really just putting in the work and just really inspiring and helping others and really impacting lives. See, that's the thing. We're called to love one another. These 2 sisters right here acted upon that call, and they are showing that love to the community. So where are we at? Like, where are you at in your heart, where within community or people just around you? See, now that thing should inspire you. To a certain degree, it should inspire you. So the next one, Roswell UFO Festival to make its return in July. Huh. That one's interesting. Let's see about that one.
Roswell is gearing up for the return of the UFO Festival. This year marks the 25th anniversary of the event. It is scheduled for July 2nd, 3rd, through and the 4th. Organizers say it will be among the first destination festivals in the country to happen in person since the pandemic began. They are expecting record turnout. Spaces for RVs and campers will be set up as well.
Okay. That's cool. One of the biggest festivals so far since this whole pandemic has hit, right? So far since this whole craziness has been going on, and they're one of the first ones to actually go and make an impact, do something positive in it. No, that's cool. I respect that, right? I respect that. Very, very, very courageous, just very, very cool, right? They're taking the step. They're like, you know what? We're going to be one of the first ones. No one knows about New Mexico. They don't know about Roswell. And what? Here's a UFO festival, right? Going to be one of the biggest. They're going to have a big turnout. People are probably already going to be getting tickets or whatever it is that they got to do to get in there, right? So that's cool. One of the biggest festivals in the country or in the nation, right? And that's cool. I like that. Right, definitely something to look forward to, and something just to kind of be groundbreaking as well, because it's like, hey, this is going to be one of the first big festivals that we're just getting a lot of people. It's going to kind of bring some normalcy a little bit back to society, and just back to community, and just back to like our daily life a little bit. So that's cool. I like that they are actually going to be doing that. That's really cool. Will I actually go to it? I don't know. I ain't really into aliens too much, but it seems pretty cool, right? You know. But yeah, so next story. Women involved in fatal I-25 crash that killed 2 children. This one's definitely a sad story, and yeah, we're going to jump into this one.
Developing news tonight, we've learned the identities of the 2 women involved in a suspected drunk driving crash that killed 2 children.
Albuquerque police say 23-year-old Alexis Martinez was drunk behind the wheel and speeding early Tuesday morning when her car went airborne along I-25 near Manal and crashed into a wall. Her friend Danielle Ortiz, also 23, was in the passenger seat, and police say she had also been drinking. Martinez's 2 kids and Ortiz's 2 kids were also in the car. Martinez's 7-year-old daughter and Ortiz's infant boy were killed. The other 2 kids, both younger than 5, were taken to the hospital. APD says Martinez and Ortiz will both face charges of child abuse resulting in death and serious injury.
They really deserve to get those charges, if not even more, and just serve the maximum sentence that they could possibly give to both of those individuals, to both of those ladies, right? Because you made the foolish decision to be drunk, put not only just your own kids, but the other person's kids in the car while you both are drunk, driving on the highway, driving super fast. You put yourselves in danger, but most importantly, you put those children in danger. 2 of them lost their lives. Not acceptable at all. Very irresponsible on their part of what they were doing. They were not being role model parents. They were not being good parents. They were not even being parents at all with that whole situation. So now we look at it. 2 kids dead, 2 in the hospital. The 2 women, the mothers, right, now going to face charges. Y'all just ruined your life because of a stupid decision. Because of a stupid decision, right? And now you got to live with that for the rest of your life. You got to live with that for the rest of your life. And then the sad part is, one of them, the older girl that passed away, the father was actually coming down from Utah to finally see his daughter for Easter. Hasn't seen her in 2.5 years. And then you see this and oh, bro, that's heartbreaking. And yet, I'm pretty sure these ones were totally probably okay with it. No care in the world whatsoever. And yeah, it's really crazy. But like I said, hopefully they get the maximum sentence that they could possibly get, because they don't deserve anything less than that at all. So we're going to jump into Trent Shelton, Find Your True Strength. So we're going to jump into this one, and then we'll kind of give our final thoughts and end this podcast.
When it comes to trimming your balls, always use the right tool for the job.
Manscaped is the only...
But I want to talk to you guys about something while I'm in the middle of this, man. You know, you're going to go through your valleys, your ups and downs. It's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. But as long as you keep climbing, which we're going to do no matter what, you'll reach your mountaintops, you'll reach your peaks. So I want to encourage you guys, man, to keep climbing. Whatever it is that you're going through, find the strength inside. You're stronger than what you think. You know what hard is to me? using your strength, finding strength, living in strength, all of that. Even when everything else says you have nothing left. You know, a lot of these people that's with me, they're tired too. I mean, halfway up, but they kept pushing. One person out here has an injury, and she kept pushing through it. And that's inspiration, man, because you find that true strength, because as they know, just like me, that this is so relatable to life. If you quit on things like this, when times get hard in life, you'll quit on life. In our heads, so we got to keep climbing, all right? Wherever you're at in life, keep climbing. If you're in your struggle, keep climbing. Rock bottom, keep climbing. Rock bottom builds a strength that nothing else can build. Realize that, man. Love your rock bottom. I know it sucks to go through it, but when you get out of it, you're going to realize that's what made you, all right? That bottom, that climb made you. It's not the top that makes you. It's not the top. Anybody can go to the top. What makes you is that struggle to the top, all right? And you appreciate it a lot more. Keep going to your top, whatever that is. Make your dreams come true through Christ, man. Follow God, and everything else will take care of itself. We got to climb, and I don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it. Let me tell you something about what I feel like a destiny is. A destiny to me is where your vision and your reality meet, right? The vision that God gave you, mine, once I realized this was my purpose to inspire people across the world, it wasn't my reality at one point for sure, but through having the championship mindset, through hard work, through prayer, I started making baby steps. I didn't get there overnight. I started making baby steps every day. I enjoyed the progress. I fell in love with progression. I fell in love with growth. And I met it. I met my destiny. And now I feel like my destiny is even larger than what I think it is now. So I have another vision that I'm going for. So acknowledge your reality. Know your reality, but also know you don't have to stay there. So a lot of times we don't want to be honest with ourselves. You can't be honest about where you're at. How you ever gonna get to where you want to go? You gotta have your starting place. Just make sure your starting place ain't your finished place.
See, finding your strength, right? Because, like you said, it ain't about being up at the top, right? And eventually, a lot of people gonna get to the top, but it's really just that journey and the struggle and everything that it took to get to the top is where that true strength is found, right? You might get the accolades when you get to the top, but that ain't your strength. The strength is what got you there, right? That's the important part. So that's pretty much what Trent was saying, was like, man, sometimes we ain't grateful. We ain't showing gratitude to the struggle that it took to get to the top, to get where we are, to get to the place and the position that we are in currently, right? And maybe you ain't even in that position or place currently yet, and you're in the struggle right now, and that's understandable too, because you know what, we gotta get there. We gotta get to that place, but it's gonna come with struggle. It's gonna come with, like he said, the highs and the lows, the valleys, everything, right? To reach that mountaintop, you gotta go through to the highest and the lowest of valleys, right? You gotta go through every struggle, every obstacle to get there. You gotta crawl and claw your way to the top. You got to overcome adversity to get there. That's pretty much what he was saying. So hopefully that motivated you in some type of way. I really hope it did. And know what? Without further ado, I'm gonna have to bid y'all adieu. And if you ain't subscribed yet, subscribe too. And until next time, salute.